Here, I'm doing a blog here today. Well, a friend of mine ain't doing too well. I can't mention his name, confidentiality. Well, I'm going to talk about, there's this blog about heavy drinking and what is it and what's going to happen to people heavy drink too. I'm not referring to names in the blog as somebody I know who's a heavy drinker, not his name, anything like that, confidentiality, and his his human rights gotta be protected. It goes against that too. For me to say his name, anything else. Well, what happens to heavy drinkers is this. They drink and they drink and they drink, and they don't stop drinking booze. What happens? Well, alcohol itself is actually a poison in one way, yes. What happens is your kidneys detoxify the poison. Your livers do an important job. They detoxify the poison, take all the impurity, all the poison out of your system. Two, but what happens when the liver fails? Hey, can happen with somebody heavy drinker will have liver failure, and what the symptoms of it this: vomiting, can't move, you're weaker and everything else, you're sicker than a dog, dehydration, vomiting, unable to hold anything down, unable to detoxify your poison in your body, and eventually your internal organs will shut themselves down one by one. Eventually not looked after, eventually leading to something that some people, that not your time to go type thing. It'll lead you to it will eventually put you in a grave, and not your time to go. So, that's another big factor here, again. So, it could be he will go before, person will go before they're supposed to be there. In some cases, it happened to chronic alcoholics. My mom drank herself to death. Too. Now, that's the truth. Fact is, with right now with coronavirus, COVID-19, and not having all these restrictions due to COVID-19 right now, it's very difficult for some people to get in and get proper rehab or get rehab or counseling of it. I mean, it's very, very, very difficult, for that, and so a lot of people can't, now again, a lot of people fall through the cracks. One that had social workers now don't have social workers, and basically the has-nots, they could end up being has-nots, basically, overnight when the COVID hit. And then even me, living in a nice apartment here, that's great, but sometimes, because what really gets to me sometimes is actually coronavirus itself is like a real bad dream. Bad dream I can't wake up from. It's like a real bad dream you just can't wake up from, because it's everywhere. Lockdown, isolation, lockdown, it's a bad dream. And every time I wonder, every time morning I wake up in the morning, I wonder, is a bad dream over? They wake up from a bad dream. It's a bad dream. You just don't wake up from it, And I feel a bad dream, you just can't wake up. And actually, that's true. People in medically do comas, There's a reason some people die in medically do coma. Know why? Because they have a real bad dream while in a coma, and in a bad dream, you can't wake up. Honestly, the true factor about bad dream is when you have a nightmare, your body has a mechanism that wakes you up before something bad happens. A mechanism built into you. All humans have a mechanism built in their body, into their brain. It's a safety mechanism built in. It's like a computer safety mechanism there, built in. So what happens? Bad dream. You're dreamt that you're being trapped in a lecture, and you're gonna be executed for a crime. You're gonna be being executed here for a crime. They turn around and they put their finger, all that done, and they're ready, and they throw the switch. But just before they throw that switch, you wake up. See what I'm talking about? You know why? Because if you don't, because that's a safety mechanism in your brain that triggers, that make you wake up. That's why you can wake up before you actually die in a dream. But if you don't wake out of a dream like that, you know what happens? That's where you will die of a fatal heart attack, or die in their sleep. That's where people die in their sleep, when they mechanism goes failed and they don't wake up, and their bad dream gets killed. See, that is like the dream itself. You get it? You know. But when drugs are used, like accommodated you to put somebody in coma, you know, once, and they have a bad dream and they do coma, they can't wake up from that. It canceled that fail-safe inside there that allows you to wake up. It cancels fail-safe out, so you end up, dying in a bad dream, But after a while, you learn how to control your dreams sometimes. How to take control of the dream. Sometimes I learned to have bad dreams. So I try to take control of the dream. And that's that, You know that? I had had bad dreams before. I mean, some real bad ones. So that is like a very bad dream indeed. I remember a few times I had a bad dream. I mean, even my lady friend had told me the same thing. That sometimes he'd be sleeping in bed beside me, and he would hear me saying stuff in my sleep. Like I wake up from a real bad dream. And I realized I woke up and there's the sound of sleep going. That's who, what? Sleeping away, you get it? So honestly, too bad. It's like, it's not, that. Even when I got my coronavirus vaccine, I wasn't too pleased about some bad information out on the internet now. Bad information so I can get my needle now. Still went down there. Big disappointment. Because the government can't make their mind up. Some people are getting very confused about it. They're going down there and they can't get it, and they're not coming back for a second shot. Not creating a lot of creating a lot of no-show appointments there. Basically, that is showing a lot of no-show appointments. Because it's showing no-show, you know what that means? It's showing no-show appointment, basically. So, that is what it's showing, No-show appointment. So no-show appointment, not only that, it's like people who are, not getting the needle, then they show up. And they still got to come back and on. And then again, note again to come back in for a second needle. You know what they do? They don't even show up. I've seen that happen a few times. But they don't even show up for a second needle. And because why should you bother? Because you get the needle once and they show up. But you get the second needle, they're not showing. I've seen it happen before because of that. So I don't know. I'm hopefully that things are going to work out with this, because I'm waiting, because I know my friend, my lady friend, want to get hers too. but I can't say her name. You know, I know Mr. Jane Doe wanted hers, basically. So, Miss Jane Doe wanted hers, but she can't, but hadn't got hers yet. He's just waiting to hear a good word. I know Johnson be coming in the country soon. Sooner or better, that means more vaccines will be available for people to get. With more vaccines, less spread of a coronavirus, less spread of the variants out there. Think about it. Think of that one. That's the good news. I'm hoping. You know what I'm hoping? I'm hoping too. I'm hoping that it gets out soon. I know some people, some employees of Franco see my video on YouTube about my vaccination too. Thank you very much for watching it. I hope you learned from it. I'm still waiting to hear from my second dose. But that really pissed me off about my second dose. I hopefully, if I can get it soon, I get a note about if I can get the notice or not, if I'm going to get it or not. Anyway, vlog over.